This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Welcome to DBL. It's Thursday, June 24th. I'm Jeff here with my friends Stephanie and Brandon. And if you watched yesterday, Stephanie is fired up, so we're going to dive right in today. So talk about a courtroom bombshell. As many of you heard, Britney Spears made the most of her court appearance yesterday, giving an emotional statement that lasted almost a half hour. Appearing via Zoom, she pled with the court, saying she wants her life back. Specifically, she asked for the end of the conservatorship without being evaluated. She said it was doing way more harm than good. Here is some of what she said about it.
After I've lied and told the whole world I'm okay and I'm happy, it's a lie. I thought I said that enough. Maybe I might become happy because I've been in denial. I've been in shock. I am traumatized. You know, fake it till you make it. But now I'm telling you the truth, okay? I'm not happy. I can't sleep. I'm so angry, it's insane, and I'm depressed.
I didn't even recognize that voice. Britney also talked about some of the ways her life and body are being controlled against her will. Take a listen.
I was told right now in the conservatorship, I'm not able to get married or have a baby. I have a ID inside of myself right now, so I don't get pregnant. I wanted to take the ID out so I could start trying to have another baby, but this so-called team won't let me go to the doctor to take it out because they don't want me to have children, any more children.
Britney went on to say she wants to sue her family. She also compared her situation to sex trafficking. Britney's father, Jamie Spears, is responding. His legal team released this statement saying he is sorry to see his daughter suffering and in so much pain. Mr. Spears loves his daughter very much.
Sure he does.
What are your thoughts, Steph? Oh, there you go. I couldn't even finish up. Stephanie's
right in there.
Fire off. Let's go. Let's light this rocket.
Let's be honest. What he loves is the paycheck and being on the payroll that she provides him, which obviously he doesn't want to end. So I'm so proud of Britney. Like I said yesterday, it's been over a decade since she's spoken, and she said last time she went to court she didn't feel as though anyone really listened, they weren't paying attention, and I think this goes to show, I know the whole Free Britney movement, people laugh and poke fun of it, but I think it's just she has a lot of diehard fans that can see she's been in a lot of distress for a long time, and I'm not saying, you know, she should be given the reins back to everything all at once, or that all of a sudden, you know, life will be magical when her father's not in it. I'm not saying that, but clearly she's unhappy. Clearly she wants to move
But that's what y'all sound like, Stephanie. And I feel like a lot of people involved with this Free Britney movement, and not to be disrespectful to all y'all, because I understand that is one of y'all's icons, and there's a lot of feelings and emotions involved. But a lot of y'all are like not ignoring facts.
What facts?
Of a lot of facts that are involved with this case, with this conservatorship.
But what facts?
Just look at the things. You talk about the IUD. That happens a lot in conservatorships. If you go and you talk to lawyers, that happens a lot. And when we're talking about back in 2008, when she locked herself in the bathroom with the kids, like you
2008 is a long time ago.
I understand that. So as we continue to go with, she wants to get off of the medical evaluations. The medical evaluations are there to show that you have the mental capacity and you're in the mental state where you can have kids and all that. So I'm just looking at the people of the Free Britney. I understand what everyone's doing, but there's a lot of feelings involved, and I feel like some of y'all need to take a step back and really look at it from another lens.
I think we can't take a step back because, to be honest, she's not been heard, she's not been listened to, she's been abused, in my opinion.
Yep.
She wants to move forward with her life, and like you said, okay, so in 2008 she may have had some issues, but that's a long time ago. She's been to a lot of therapy, she's had a lot of help, she was even forced into a mental institution against her own will.
Well, but don't you think that stems from somewhere? They don't just put people on this, is it lithium drug? That's a strong drug, and they don't force people to get IUDs. There has to be some sort of nexus for this, right? What do you think about Britney saying, I want to be out of this conservatorship without being evaluated? Do you think that's fair to herself?
I think she's got to the point where she's just had enough and feels like no one is listening, and no matter what she does, people are going to act against her.
But do you think that's healthy, saying, I do not want to be evaluated, I just want out? Do you think that's good for her?
I would like to hope that she would say, hey, I'm willing to undergo testing. I would like to hope she will do that, but I think that's a moment of just like, she's just trying to say how fed up she is, how she's had enough, and everything she does is criticized. She's not allowed to marry her partner, Sam, who she's been with now for a long time. time. And also, she was saying she's not even allowed to get in the car with him. He's not even allowed to drive her in the car.
It seems extreme.
It's so crazy. She wants to marry him. She's not allowed to marry someone who she loves, who she's been with for a long time. She's not allowed to have a baby. I mean, like, these are things where it becomes a human rights issue.
Yeah, right.
This is human rights. She deserves freedom. She deserves happiness. And you know what? She deserves people to stop sponging off her and taking all her money. Like she said yesterday, she said they need to remember they work for her. She doesn't work for them.
Well, let's get the big guns in here, because some celebrities weighed in and they wanted to show their support after Britney's shocking statement in court. So Mariah Carey was the first celeb to tweet out a message of support to the singer, writing, "We love you, Britney. Stay strong." Andy Cohen also had Britney's back. He defended her on his show. Let's watch.
Britney, after the courage you showed today, you are 100% stronger than yesterday. And Jamie, if you want to make money in the future, I suggest you better work. Say it with me, audience. Free Britney!
Speaking on Sky News, Perez Hilton also apologized for making fun of Britney back in the day. Let's have a look.
I know that I did not express myself as well as I could have. I didn't lead with empathy and compassion, which thankfully it seems like most people now are understanding the severity of Britney's situation, but I absolutely apologize and carry just deep shame and regret.
But everyone is talking about what Britney's ex, Justin Timberlake, had to say about her statement. He tweeted, quote, "After what we saw today, we should all be supporting Britney at this time, regardless of our past, good and bad, and no matter how long ago it was. What's happening to her is just not right. Jess and I send our love and our absolute support to Britney during this time. We hope the courts and her finally make this right and let her live however she wants to live."
Justin, cry me a river. You're part of the problem. You're part of the problem.
Why do you think so?
The same with Perez. Therese Perez. Yeah, you capitalize off of it. When we talk about public opinion, remember Therese Hilton or Perez? I don't know why I keep saying that. Perez Hilton. That was like. That was the celebrity gossip blog that we went to. That's what helped shape our opinion on it. So when we're thinking about it, like, we're sitting there like, oh, Britney's crazy. What's going on with her? Because we're reading those blogs and those gossip blogs. We're thinking that's allowing them to put her on lithium or do any sort of shady stuff to her. So now everyone wants to come out. And you're saying that the Spears and the family wants to capitalize. This is capitalize off of it as well.
I'm glad he's come forward and he's changed his tune. And I think as well, a lot of people didn't believe in the Free Britney case. A lot of people were making fun of her, which is why her allies in the Britney army is as strong as they are, because someone needs to be, because her life has just been ruined by people who supposedly care.
But I think you're giving way too much credit to, like, the tabloids and other people. I don't think Britney is stable. I want to make that a point, because I think everyone's going too far. Like, hey, this is all coming from nowhere, and they just start taking away our rights. I think there's a reason why some of these rights are put in place. I don't agree with them, but I think there's a reason why.
I think there's different levels. I think if Britney said, she said she's happy to see a therapist once a week. She said, yes, I could probably do with having a bit of therapy. She's not saying, oh, I just want to go back to normal.
But everyone else is.
No, she's not saying. Britney isn't saying that. If you listen to her.
You see what I'm saying? They're putting words in her mouth.
No, I don't think they are. I don't think they are. I think they're just fighting for justice, and they're just trying to push it through. And like you said, we're not giving the people's whole opinions on whether it's a celebrity, whether it's a relationship, whatever it is based a lot on tabloids. We see how social media is corrupting the minds of young people, and everything, like you said, like photoshopping and everything, how it like affects people. So you really don't think this has affected Britney's case? People like Perez and other media outlets are just trying to like get money from her, like when she had a really bad time. Oh my gosh.
Listen, I get it. You're emotionally attached.
Yeah.
I'm just saying you don't get put on lithium because of tabloids. That's what I'm saying. Something's going on there.
I think in the past she had a lot of problems, but guess what? That was 2008. She's moved on. We've all moved on since then.
All right, Free Britney, I'm on board.
Yes.
Coming up on DBL, Harry and Meghan get the lifetime treatment. We've got a first look at her new made-for-TV movie. And Jennifer Aniston opens up about her relationship with ex Brad Pitt. Woo-hoo! Are they really friends?
Closed captioning provided by
Our experts pointed out it's really simple to look at the numbers and say, well, people just don't want to work.
But that is not only oversimplifying a complex issue. In many cases, our experts say it's wrong. According to the Federal Reserve, 9.6 million Americans are out of work. And at the same time, employers have 9.3 million openings. It's led some to say people are unemployed because they just don't want to work. Is that true?
There are very large amounts of job openings, and there are a very large number of people who are unemployed. And the pace of filling those jobs somehow feels slower than it might be.
To figure it out, we went to the experts. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell, Heidi Shierholz, an economist from the Economic Policy Institute, and Ben Giddist, an economist from the Bipartisan Policy Center. This month, Fed Chief Jerome Powell pointed out the mismatch of unemployed workers and openings has several factors behind it. Number one, the largest group of unemployed workers are back to work.
People just getting temporarily laid off. Their businesses said, when we can come back online, we'll bring you right back. And that is what many businesses did.
Another factor, fear of the pandemic.
2.8 million people say they are not working because they remain afraid of COVID-19, of getting it and spreading it.
Each of our experts explained what's left over are unemployed workers looking at new jobs. And it's not as simple as just taking the first job available.
So it takes time for people to develop new skills, to search and find a new job that's appropriate for them.
And one factor all of our experts pointed to is people who had to leave the workforce because of childcare issues. Daycares are still largely shut, so even if people want to work, they don't have anyone to look after their kids. Now, another factor people point to is those extra pandemic unemployment benefits. But don't forget, they're either going away or already gone. A dozen states have already ended those, and 14 more will do that by the end of July. But like our experts say, all of these factors play into the larger employment issues. It's never as simple as people don't want to work. With Verify, I'm Matt Gregory.
Welcome back to DBL. We're cooling off after all that Britney talk. We're going to move on to Jennifer Aniston. She's opening up about that famous interaction with her ex Brad Pitt during the Fast Times at Ridgemont High table read last fall. Here it is again to refresh your memory.
Hi, Aniston.
Hi, Pitt.
How you doing?
Good, honey. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Ooh, sounds like love's in the air.
She's like, how was court? She was like, how was court earlier?
Speaking of the Howard Stern show, Jen responded to fans who thought there was more behind the exchange. Let's have a listen.
Brad and I are buddies. Like, we're friends, and we speak, and there's no oddness or at all, except for everyone that probably watched it and was wanting there to be, or assuming there to be.
As many people as there are that want to free Britney, there's just as many people that want Brad and Jen back together.
Yeah,
am I right?
I think that's pretty fair. Yeah.
Why is that? Why do you think, after all this time, they still want them back together?
Because it represents a time in people's lives. Yeah. You know, you want to go back to that. It was like that. They look like that summertime White Claw relationship. You know what I'm saying? That would be good. But
White Claw?
Yeah, White Claw is like nice and happy. No. You know that. But you see how unbothered she was, like, when she was like, oh, how you doing, Pitt? I was court earlier, because it's like, you cheated on me. You left me for that disastrous situation that you got yourself in. So there's one thing, when a woman is unbothered and a woman is not responding to you, because you know why? She knew that karma has taken its course.
So a little bit of
vengeance is mine, saith the Lord.
Ooh. Oh, look at Brandon.
I like it.
Yeah.
How are you going to respond to that?
I don't know if she's like, saith the Lord, Brad Pitt, but I think, you know, I love Jennifer. I think she's really classy. I think she handled the entire situation way back when. I mean, I don't even know why it's so long ago.
2005, right?
Yeah, like forever ago. Again, that was so long ago, but apparently Britney in 2008 wasn't anyway. So yeah, I just think, you know, she's moved on. She doesn't care. She's had an amazing career. She looks fabulous. She's not had all the trials and tribulations that Brad had.
But how would you act towards an ex that did you dirty?
I'm still friends with my old boyfriend, who I was with for like 10 years. Like, I say friends. Like, if he ever reaches out, like, how's everything? I'm like, yeah, I'm good.
But could you do a table read? Could you work with him again? In any way you could be around that person?
Care.
Interesting.
It depends on like the relationship. But yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Time heals all wounds, right?
Yeah.
That's not from the Bible, but that's a pretty good saying too.
So does a crazy divorce.
And I think it just goes to show that how, you know, like you said, how unbothered Jennifer is, because at the end of the day, he left her for Angelina, and they had a very... I mean, I think she looks at the relationship and thinks, I'm glad I wasn't involved.
J-Lo and Ben Affleck got back together. There's still a chance.
Why
still
not?
A chance.
White Claw Summer.
I still like that. That'd be a great act. Coming up on DBL, Harry and Meghan's royal exit recreated. We got a first look at their new Lifetime movie coming up.
Treatment is called Aduhelm. Alzheimer's News today says it is the first treatment approved for Alzheimer's in nearly 18 years, and the first to not only treat the symptoms, but also slow the disease's progression. But it's not cheap. Treatment would cost $56 grand per year per patient. And because it would work for most of the millions of Americans on Medicare, it could have huge financial implications for that program. In fact, this drug alone could up the Medicare budget by half. We are talking billions of dollars. On the high end, the cost for just this drug would be greater than the entire 2022 budget requested by NASA.
Welcome back to DBL. Harry and Meghan are the subject of another Lifetime TV movie. Harry and Meghan Escaping the Palace will be about their decision to leave the royal family. Let's have a look and discuss.
I see you literally being hounded to death, and I'm helpless to stop it.
I am the person who is strong and gets things right. I can't lose you.
I can't lose you.
Harry and Meghan Escaping the Palace.
That looked like them. The movie will also recreate the bombshell interview the couple did, obviously, with Oprah back in March.
Oh,
that's pretty good.
I mean, yeah.
What are you laughing at? You don't think that's pretty good?
No, that guy, I mean, he was probably some struggling actor, like couldn't even get a Verizon commercial or something, and then bam, it just falls
like, man,
right
look
into
Harry.
You look like
He's
Harry.
Like, I'm never going to get this part. And all of a sudden, the water's parted.
I love it. No, I think, you know what, people genuinely in America, people have got an obsession with the royal family, and I think this is like the modern day fairy tale, like the prince leaves the royal family in order to save the princess. You know, people are gonna lap that up, so I can understand where the audience is. I just think it looks real cheesy.
Why do we need a recreation when we have the real thing? We all went through it.
This is what's really weird to me, because like if you look at like the amazing series on Netflix, The Crown, that's like having like a bit of like a deep dive, almost like a fly on the wall. I'm not going to go as far as say it was like reality, but you know, it's like gives you an insider look of like things that we weren't around for. It was before our time, right? So that's really interesting to me. Gives you an insight. Whereas this, we all see it in real time and we're living it, and we saw the Oprah interview and they're still alive and kicking and doing all
That's
they do.
what I'm saying. But it just happened.
She thinks, you said that a lot of people have this this new craze for this royal couple.
It's
I think
not a craze.
but there's a lot of people who would watch this to hate watch. as well. A lot of people, there are a lot of Americans that are like, man, who cares? But I'll put it on. So I understand this is Lifetime, and Lifetime is usually, more happy-go-lucky when it comes to it. There better be some dark moments in there.
Oh, did you hear the overly dramatic music, and it was like, the prince will save, or whatever it said?
You gotta hype up a teaser.
Yeah, it's a trailer.
It's very cheap.
So you won't be tuning into this?
No.
Why?
Because it looks like the biggest cheese fest known to mankind.
All right.
Do you not like a charcuterie board?
I love it.
See, I'm turning you around. I don't think there is such an obsession in the United States. I know we talk about them all the time.
Are you kidding me? Do you ever go into like a supermarket and look at all the magazines that are lined up, and every single one is like, Kate's worn this, or Meghan's done that, or Harry stepped out and said
sell a magazine.
I'd like to see the numbers.
Because that's what people care about. They're not just putting, like, for instance, Brad and Jen on the cover. No, they're not. It's like Britney will be on the cover this week because guess what? People care.
No, I think it's more what Brandon said. People want to hate on it. People want to hate on Meghan. People want to hate on Harry. And
Possibly.
That's sadly what attracts people in today's society.
But guess what? People will still buy it. People will still read it. People will still watch it. People will still tweet on in and like to say that they don't care. They're spending a lot of time.
Just like everyone doesn't care about the Kardashians. After 20 years, they're crushing life.
We didn't talk about them today, though.
All right, guys, we'll be right back with Deal Blast. It's Stephanie's day.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by...
That sound means it's time to verify. Today we are filling up the truth tank pertaining to your gas tank and pumping out the fiction to drive home the facts. Okay, puns aside, this is a good question that came up last month as the Colonial Pipeline hack prompted gas supply shortages. If my car takes regular gas, but the gas station is out of regular, is it true I can use premium instead without damaging my car? Our sources to answer this are Cynthia Roy, owner and certified auto technician of Roy's Automotive, and Patrick DeHaan, fuel analyst at Gas Buddy. I also refer to the U.S. Energy Information Administration. It explains the gas grades have different octane ratings, which measure the pressure at which fuel will combust. Regular is the lowest octane, usually 87. Mid-grade or plus is a middle range, 89 to 90. And premium, of course, is the highest, 91 to 94. Experts agree, yes, you can give your car an upgrade on gas, but not a downgrade.
The thing is, you can fill up your vehicle with a higher octane than needed. Just don't fill it up with a lower octane or diesel. That could, both of those situations could run into some pretty major headaches.
Roy agreed. Putting diesel into a gasoline car will ruin the engine, but using premium is fine in the short run. She wrote, quote, "You may hear some spark knocking, a ting, ting, ting sound, but it won't hurt anything if it is just one tank of gas to get by," end quote. But just because you can put premium in a regular tank doesn't mean it should be a regular occurrence, and the premium gas won't help your regular car run any differently.
You're just flushing money down the toilet. You may get a very slight increase in fuel economy. There are additional additives blended into those higher octane fuels. But essentially, if your car has been programmed from the factory to run on regular, it is not able to take advantage of what higher octane ratings can offer.
In conclusion, we verified, yes, you can put premium or mid-grade gas in a car that takes regular if your regular station is out of regular gas, but not vice versa. And no matter the circumstance, never put diesel in a gasoline car. That's why the nozzle on the diesel pump won't even fit your car's gas tank.
Welcome back to DBL. It's time for some sweet, sweet deals because earlier I showed Tori some amazing products at even better prices. Check it out. It's this week's DBL Deal Blast presented by MorningSave.com. So good.
All right, Steph, what do you have for us today?
Hey, Tori, I'm here with some great products and deals for you guys. So first up, I have something that everyone needs this summer when you're working out or out and about on the go. It's the JVC sweat-resistant wireless sports clip headphones. The ear clip design means that these headphones won't fall out while you're out and about running. And normally, they're as much as $40. But we've got them for only $10, saving up to 75%.
Thank you. Guess what? I've started power walking. I will be purchasing.
Next up, I've got the perfect set of items to help you look your best this summer. It's the Brookstone 2-piece cleansing set with ultrasonic brush and pore cleanser. So this set features a powerful suction that helps remove dead skin cells and blackheads. And the ultrasonic brush is up to 30 times more hygienic than manual cleansing. Normally it's as much as $80.
Okay.
But we've got it for only $29, saving up to 64%.
I just like suctioning out those blackheads.
Now, Tori, something that can be really irritating is muscle pain. Well, this IQ Massager Mini 10's an EMS unit with belt and slippers will help you feel better and get you back in the game. And the slippers are great for kicking back and relaxing. So normally this set is as much as $200.
Yeah, it's high tech.
We've got it for only $29, saving our viewers 86%.
I call that savings shocking.
I love that. Lastly, I have something that is needed in every bedroom for a comfortable night's rest. It's the Serta White Goose Feather and Down Blanket. It's made with 100% cotton and it's certified by the American Down and Feather Council. Normally it's as much as $140 to $205.
They're always pricey.
We've got it between $39 to $59.
You guys,
saving up to 70%.
This is a round of applause is what this is. That's brilliant. Thank you, Stephanie. Head on over to morningsave.com to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices. You can even visit morningsave.com on your smartphone in your slippers. Thank you so much, Steph.
Super embarrassing. So I take all the products home. I genuinely take them home. I use them and you see me filming it. Okay. And so the bedding, I took it home and I laid it out on the bed and you can see I'm stroking it and everything. And by accident, I send them into our producers afterwards. By accident, I sent a video of me stroking bedding to some random other girl, by accident. Okay. Oh my gosh, at Rise Nation, the girl who tried to sign me up for Rise Nation.
Did she write back?
No, I was so embarrassed. I realized when I looked in my sent out box and it's literally I've just sent this random girl a video of me stroking bed.
Have you been to Rise Nation? Have you seen her? Have you seen her since?
No, I don't even go to Rise Nation. How embarrassing.
That's pretty funny, though. DBL's new every day. We'll be back tomorrow. See you guys.